All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Obviously, I wish we could do this in person, but welcome home to a new best season. We're excited for this season to start and excited for, the new things that we have to offer this year. So first and foremost, I want to introduce myself. I am Karigan, the best program coordinator. I'm from Northwest Ohio, and I grew up on a farm and raised livestock. And I volunteered with the BEST program for about 6 years before I came on full time. It seems like as an employee for OCA to run the BEST program. So we're going to start with talking about what the BEST program is and why we have the program here in the state of Ohio. So BEST is the Beef Exhibitor and is a youth program of the Ohio Cattlemen's Association that recognizes Ohio's junior beef exhibitors for participation in placings through a series of sanctioned cattle shows that include showmanship competitions. So with that being said, the different points categories that we have, obviously are showmanship, beginner, junior, intermediate, senior, and a novice division, which is any of those youth that are 11 to 16 and in their first or second year of the BEST program. We have the cattle points that are accumulated from each show, the stockmanship points that are accumulated from each show, that there is a stockmanship division offered, and we'll talk more about that a little later. The novice division, like I said, is any youth 11 to 16 in their first or second year of the BEST program. The bred and known division, and then new this year, the Buckeye Breeder Series, which used to be the Best of the Buckeye program. So why should you join the BEST program? One main thing is the leadership and character development opportunities, which we have BEST representatives that are with us throughout the year that come to all the shows, help us execute the shows and make sure they're running smoothly, work check-in. And that's available for anybody ages 16 to 21. And they get a $500 scholarship for doing the BEST rep job. And then we have character traits that is linked together with Weaver Leather. And this year, the character traits are dependability, courage, passion, generosity, and joyfulness. We also award over $100,000 of awards and prizes at our banquet, cash prizes, the trailer drawing, a show box, belt buckles, and more. Community service we're involved in is with the Ronald McDonald House Charities, and that's also going to be with the Clark County Cattle Battle this year on January 21st in the Celebrity Showdown. And then we also encourage exhibitors to collect pop tabs throughout the year that we turn in at the end of the year at the end of the year banquet. So the BEST program is obviously more than just a show. The Buckeye Breeder Series is featured for cattle that are bred in Ohio and is new this year that it will run throughout the BEST season. We will have a show that will be showcased at the Clark County Cattle Battle for those animals specifically, and then again at the Ohio Beef Expo. Previously, we had the other division, and we also did that at State Fair, but that's not the case anymore. But like I said, the cattle entered in the Buckeye Breeder Series program will also run parallel with their regular points, and they will accrue other points through the Buckeye Breeder Series program. The Buckeye Breeder Series nomination is not an additional charge. It's included in your $60 per head nomination fee. So when you're in your online account and you go in and put in that your calf is bred in the state of Ohio, it will automatically enter you into that Buckeye Breeder Series division. There's no extra work for you other than to make sure that your breeder specifically is an Ohio Cattlemen's member. And then with the Buckeye Breeder Series, we're also doing a second trailer drawing this year. So not only will all BEST participants be eligible for that first trailer drawing that we give away at the banquet, but we got a second trailer from EB, and we will be raffling that off to Buckeye Breeder Series eligible participants specifically. And the breeders themselves, as long as they are OCA members, will be eligible for a gator lease for an entire year, compliments of Ag Pro. The stockmanship division is comprised of 5 different competitions, and this is a way for best program participants to showcase their knowledge of the industry without participating in showing the cattle specifically. This year, we have changed some of the divisions. We have a prepared speaking contest at Scarlet and Gray on January 2nd, and you can register online now. The salesmanship competition is at the weekend spectacular on January 16th. The Cattlemen's Challenge is at Clark County on January 30th. The fitting contest is at the Delta Theta Sigma Cupid Classic on February 14th. And that one is a little bit of an additional registration fee because we get all of the fitting materials for that contest. And then the judging contest is at the Ohio Beef Expo, and that is an additional registration fee. So the 3 contests that are at the start of the season are included in your $60 per head nomination fee. So some changes for 2020 into 2021. Obviously, we encourage all participants and guests must always wear masks and proper face covering to all the shows. We will not be requiring the exhibitors in the ring and the judge to be wearing masks, but on the fairgrounds, in buildings, everywhere else, you have to be wearing masks. Just as a reminder, the AGR show is going to set the tone for the rest of the season. We have to be compliant with all of the guidelines that are around us in order to have the rest of the best season this year. We will have adult and youth gators for sale for $10, and that's cash only. We will have no spectators that will be allowed inside the arena this year, and each show is taking their own route for live streaming the show itself. And watch our Facebook page for those updates. Each participant can have one parent or guardian escort them to and from the ring. OCA advises that all high-risk friends and family stay home this season for all these precautions. Additional paperwork before coming to the show, all participants and guests will be required to complete a COVID agreement form. This form will only have to be filled out one time, so once the form is filled out at the beginning of the season, you won't have to fill it out again. And then before each show, we will text out a questionnaire with a list of the 4 general COVID questions. And if you answer yes to any of those questions, then we kindly ask you to not attend the show for those reasons. For example, if you've tested positive in the last 14 days, if you're currently waiting for COVID-19 results, if you're experiencing any symptoms of the COVID-19 virus, or you have had prolonged contact with someone who has tested positive. So what do you need for your first best show? So this is mainly for obviously those first year individuals that are joining this year, and we welcome you with open arms. You need to be Beef Quality Assurance certified. You have 3 options to do that. You can do an in-person certification, or you can do bqa.org online or yqca.org online. All 3 of those certifications are good for 3 years. If you have done a quality assurance within your county 4-H program, we do not accept those quality assurance certificates, but your county should accept our in-person training as training for your own county program. The 3 in-person BQA certifications that we're offering are at AGR on Sunday, December 7th at 7 a.m., Scarlet and Gray, Friday, January 1st at 6 p.m., and the Weekend Spectacular, Saturday, January 16th at 7 a.m. We also need to make sure that you as an individual or your family is an OCA member, and you can become a member through the BEST software or directly online through the Ohio Cattlemen's website. There has been a little confusion about EID tags. We obviously do encourage you yourself to have a premise ID number for those cattle. And if you bought a calf from somebody, your breeder more than likely may have one, so you could probably get an EID tag from them. And if not, then we'll have those tags available for you to purchase for $20 at the show, and we will put them in for you while you're going through check-in. We also need you to register online at best.ohiocattle.org, and we have had some technology issues with the program, and I think we have those all worked out now. But make sure you nominate your cattle in the program, and then you will be able to enter that show specifically. Entries for each show open up the Monday before each show for that following weekend. And then we have program requirements. You must be 8 to 21 years old by January 1st of 2021. You have to be eligible for points and awards, you must be an OCA member, and every participant has to pay that $60 per head nomination fee in order to be in the BEST program. And then again, for be BQA certified, either an in-person session or one of the online programs. The season timeline, we're coming upon the AGR Holiday Classic this weekend. Scarlet and Gray, the beginning of January, Weekend Spectacular, the middle of January, Clark County, the end of January, with the Celebrity Showdown, and that is an Ohio-only show. DTS Cupid Classic, Valentine's Day weekend. Holmes County preview is March 6th through the 7th. Ohio Beef Expo, March 19th through the 24th, and the Best Awards Banquet in May. So at this point, I think that's all the information I have for you guys. And if you want to, you can go ahead and type your questions in the chat box if you have them, and then I can answer those for you. So Becky just asked if the shows are going to be streamed. So each show is going to take a different route. The AGR show, I am pretty sure, is going to do theirs on a Facebook Live. Not 100% sure on that. They were still trying to weigh their options, but we will be posting that in our BEST Facebook group, so that way you can see it ahead of time, so that way you can let spectators at home know. The Cattleman's Challenge this year is OCA's version of a skillathon. We have taken some stuff from the State Fair skillathon and put that into a program where they'll do a few different stations and then complete an interview at the conclusion of that. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, if nobody else has any questions, I think we're gonna jump off here. Thank you all for joining, and encourage people to maybe watch this video once we post the link to Facebook for people to watch after the Zoom is over this evening.